Let's talk about the smoke. If you're in Michigan, Minnesota, New York, or anywhere else the haze has settled this week, you have every right to be fed up. Smoke is miserable. And into that misery, a lot of confident voices are telling you Canada caused it through negligence. That we won't fight our fires, that we won't manage our forests. I have 20 years' experience in the Canadian Fire Service. Here's the ground truth. These are lightning fires. That's not a guess. Ontario investigates the cause of every fire, and to record one as lightning caused, crews have to find the actual struck tree and photograph it. Pull up the province's daily situation reports and read the cause column. Lightning. 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 Down the page. They seem to appear out of nowhere because lightning doesn't behave like a match. A strike can smolder deep in dry ground for days before there's enough fire to lift a smoke column a satellite can see. The storms that started this month's fires rolled through days before the smoke did. The boreal forest is a fire ecosystem. Jack pine cones are sealed with resin and open only in the heat of a fire. Black spruce renews the same way. Fire is not the forest dying, it's the forest reproducing. That's why fire agencies stopped trying to extinguish every remote fire decades ago. Suppress everything and you stockpile fuel for a far worse fire later. The US learned the same lesson in its own backcountry. Then there's the geography. Northern Ontario is lakes and trees for hundreds of kilometers with no roads in or out. Crews reach some of these fires after 2 hours of flying by helicopter. Ontario by itself is about 1.5 times the size of Texas. Manage the forest better sounds sensible, right up until you try to picture the machinery, the access roads, and the workforce it would take. You cannot landscape a wilderness. So here's what actually happens. Fires threatening people get everything. Crews, helicopters, water bombers. Right now, that means 150 plus crews and dozens of aircraft. While northern communities, many of them First Nations, are evacuated ahead of the flames. Canadians aren't ignoring these fires. Canadians are living inside them. Remote fires that threaten no one are monitored, because that's what the science supports and what the geography allows. And the help flows both ways across this border, every single year. When California and the western states burn, Canadian water bombers and crews go south. When Canada burns, American crews come north. Firefighters figured out long ago that smoke doesn't carry a passport. It follows the wind. Some years Quebec's smoke lands on New York. Some years BC's lands on Seattle. Some years the US West Coast smokes out Canadian cities for weeks. Nobody invoices anybody for weather. What ends a fire season is rain. Until it comes, watch your local air quality index. Check on the people whose lungs can't take it. And be careful with anyone trying to convert meteorology into outrage. The firefighters on both sides of this border are on the same team.